I've got the sun shining on me. And don't you move, don't you move, don't you move, just stay where you are. It's breakfast with Bob. It's breakfast with Bob. It's breakfast with Bob.
And Poncho Man. We are brought to you by EAS Sports Nutrition, Hoka One One, Polar, Oscar Wellness, Velo Fix, Four Seasons Koala Live, where we'll be hosting our World Championship edition next Sunday. And we are airing on triathlonworld.com. Our next guest has finished 7th here before. 3-time Iron Distance champion?
4 now.
4 now. I love it. Mr. Tim Van Berkel.
Thanks, Bob. It's great to be back and great to be sitting here chatting to you again.
Always fun to chat with you. So 2 years ago, you get 7th here in debut and probably thinking, oh, what's the big deal? Top 10? Anybody does that. Talk a little bit about that first time here.
Yeah, look, it's everything I dreamed of, coming here, watching this race as a young fella and, to come here and debut on my first year, it was just awesome. I was up to like 4th position at one stage and then coming out of the NG lad, that old grand piano fell on me hard and I struggled home to 7th. But, I was stoked with it and, really excited to be back this year. And, I had a bad race last year. So, I've learnt a lot by having a good race and I learnt a lot having a bad race. So hopefully I can put all that into work on Saturday and better that result.
What did you learn from last year?
Just basically just how to deal with the pressure and the nerves. After getting 7th, I really put a lot of pressure on myself to better that, and it really got to me last year, and a few other little things too, a few little niggling injuries that I've had previously flared up as well, but I'm on top of all that stuff now, and the body's feeling good, and the mind's feeling strong, and ready to have a crack. So
when you come off a 7th and you go back home, it's sort of celebration time, and coming into the following year, coming into last year, I mean, you had a great season in 2015. Was it hard? It's probably easy to get motivated after you have a great finish to your season here.
Yeah, definitely. I was very motivating to come back here. Basically, 2015, I planned the whole year around this race.
Yes.
So to come here and have a bad one, it was very disappointing. And I'm not a guy that really beats myself up about bad races, but that really hurt me, that one. Yeah, it really... lucky I had some good families and friends back home to really give me a good kick in the ass and get me motivated again.
So this year, you won Ironman Asia Pacific in Cairns, right? 2nd in Vietnam, so obviously the heat is okay for you. You like that type of stuff. I like
the heat, yep.
2nd, it's Ironman South Africa. So you've basically done 2 fulls already.
Yeah, look, I think the racing works for me. I just can't train all the time. I need something. I need like little goals. I need races to work towards. Like I just can't. I need something in front of me for 8 weeks' time to prepare for. So, and I needed to do 2 races too because I bombed out of Kona. I had no points and I needed points. So, basically the plan was I had three goals for the year.
Yeah.
Obviously, the plan was to do Ironman South Africa, which was the African champs, was to validate, get some points, and which I did. I was 2nd, and then the goal was to win an Asia Pac title at Ironman Cairns, and
you did.
And I did that. So I could after that I could take the pressure off a bit. Had a good break after that and prepare for Ironman World Championships.
So in August 2015, you're 2nd to Tim Reed by 2 seconds. Where was that at?
My sprint finishes are not that good, and against Reedy, we've had a few sprint finishes.
I was going to say, he mentioned that you guys have had a few.
We had that one for the win. We had another one at Bustleton 70.3 years and years ago where Luke McKenzie smashed us, and we had a sprint finish for 2nd and 3rd, and he got me there as well. So Reedy's got an awesome kick on him. You just saw him at 70.3 Worlds out kicking Kinlay. So I knew that my sprint wasn't going to be good, but I had a crack anyway. But getting 2nd to Reedy at an Asia Pac 70.3 champs, it was still a good result for me.
So your debut, your Ironman debut at Ironman Australia, you got 7th in your debut.
So
that sort of shows you that this sport's pretty good for me. Yeah,
definitely. I think I'm better suited to the Ironman distance than the 70.3, but I feel the last few years I've gotten a little bit better at the 70.3 distance, just got some power back on the
Yeah.
bike and can mix it with, guys like Reedy and those
Right.
guys. So, but yeah, definitely Ironman's my strength and it's what I enjoy doing.
But you really didn't get into the sport till you were older.
Yeah, I was pretty late. Compared to some of the guys now, but compared to the older guys, they're all pretty late. But,
Right.
I was like 18, 19.
Yeah.
I got into it because our footy team did a try to keep fit in the summer times, and
Right.
and just got the bug and saw this race on telly. I used to go watch Ironman Australia in Foster as a young fella, and
Did
just
you really?
got the bug, and now here I am racing it.
What do you remember about those days of Ironman Australia?
I remember, going down there and watching and seeing guys like Chris McCormack winning, and that's when Ironman Australia had the prestige. There was not many Ironmans around the world,
Right.
and you'd get guys like Norman Stadler, Peter Reid, and guys like those guys.
Yes.
Rocking up to race. So, and just the atmosphere in Foster was just amazing, and the town really got behind the race.
So when you had that opportunity to debut there,
It moved to Port Macquarie,
yeah.
So, and which is a town where I've lived.
Yes.
I've grown up
Hometown.
there. Yeah. So, it was no brainer to race there, and I've got a good little fan crew down in Port Macquarie, and I haven't raced there for a while now. I would love to get back to an Ironman Australia and race back in my hometown.
So in 2008, you were pretty young when you won Ironman Western Australia.
24. I was.
24.
Yeah.
So when you win a race at that young, when you win that Ironman, that tells you that, I can be one of the best in the world in this sport.
Yeah, definitely. It was very motivating for me, and it was it pretty much. That's when I first started getting sponsored and started getting,
Yes.
good endorsements and getting the backing, and I could really do this sport 100%.
Yes.
I quit my part-time job and really put all my eggs into that basket.
So when you look at this race now, like you said, you were 7th, and then last year wasn't a good one. But do you feel that there's no reason I can't be podium here? There's no reason I can't potentially win this race?
Oh, definitely, yeah. Obviously, the goal is to win this race, and I've dreamed about it every day for years now. So, but I'm realistic. Obviously, I'm here to learn and baby steps. And if I could better my 7th on Saturday, I'd be very happy with that. But I think I'm very quite capable of a top 3, and if a good day, I reckon I could get that result.
So the legacy of Aussie guys at this race between Crowe and Welchie and Macca. When growing up, you were in the footy. Did you even know about those guys?
Oh, definitely. I'm a big Welshie fan. Obviously,
Okay.
I deal with him through Oakley, and
Yes.
I did see that. I have watched that footage of him winning, and it was just awesome. And just the way he did it too. I love Welshie. He's a
He's the
legend,
best.
and I'm a
The
big
best.
fan of Crowe as well and Macca as well. So. All those guys are legends, and
Yes.
it's very motivating for
You're
me.
still a young guy. You can do this sport for a long time. Is you still excited about the training and the racing?
Yeah, definitely. I'm still very motivated, and I still have time on my side. But I've changed coaches the last year and a half now. So that's been to do something different. It's kind of been just like a fresh start, and I'm just learning all these new things and
Right.
How to train properly and how to use all these tools like heart rate
Power
and power
meter
and all that.
and-
So it's kind of been just a fresh start and been motivating again, and it's been working well. I've had some good results working with Dan, and I'm just excited.
Was it hard to change? Because, like you said, you were 7th, and you've had really, really good success.
Yeah, look, it was hard to change. I've been with Gilesy for like 8 years,
Yeah.
and he got me to a great position.
level.
I was winning an Ironman. I was 7th under Gilesy, and but I just 8 years is a long time, and I was a little bit stale and just needed a change. And I met Dan, and it just worked well, and we worked well together. He came out for the last 2 weeks in my prep
Your
in Boulder.
build up in Boulder, yeah.
Yeah, so he gave me a nice little kick in the ass and got me going, and I'm pumped and motivated.
The weather, does it matter to you what we got on Sunday? Because people are like, on Saturday, people are going, oh, it's going to be really windy, it's going to be really hot. I mean, you've been here a couple of years now. Does it matter at all? You just play
look,
whatever
I think
felt?
it's every year's the same. It's hot, it's windy.
It's hot and windy.
Yeah, it's you just expect it, and I don't mind the heat. The wind knocks me around a little bit, but
Yeah.
we're all racing it. We will have to deal with it, and I've prepared for it.
Right. The thing that makes this race special, besides the history, is the depth of competition, right?
Oh, definitely.
Everybody is here, and nobody's here because it's a B race, right? Nobody's
exactly.
training through this. Do you like the fact going to the starting line and knowing the very best in the world are here?
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's fit, everyone's ready to race, and you're not only racing the world's best, you're racing the world's toughest conditions, and there's nothing anywhere else in the world like this. So, it's going to be a very, very tough day, but I'm up for the challenge.
What do you like about this race in particular? Because you can tell you're excited about the opportunity to race on Saturday.
Yeah, just obviously the history it has around this sport and how Ironman evolved and how triathlon all started here, and just the athletes that have raced here and won, and it's just you think about the distances you cover during the day. It's not normal. It's like, why would anyone want to do that? And here we are, we're out here, and we can make a decent living from it. So I just hope to have a good one this year.
How has the perception of you over in Australia changed once you got that 7th place? Because sometimes this race can change people's lives, right?
Oh, definitely. I was surprised how just getting a top 10 changed my career.
Yeah.
Through the fans back in Australia, through my sponsors, it really changed things for me, and it's changed things for me as well. Like I've basically now I plan my whole year around this race, and it's the only thing I think about, and it's the only really race that I really want to win and do well here. So,
what would it mean to you to win this race?
Look, it would mean the absolute world to me. A lot of people ask me that question, but it's hard to describe. It would just the sacrifices and knowing the sacrifices my family, my sponsors, everyone who believes in me, just to do it for them and myself would just mean the absolute world to me.
The world has changed. It used to be you could race and train, and that's about it. Now you go get your own sponsors. You have to go do your own social media. There's so many more obligations as an athlete than you used to have.
Yeah.
Is that something you embrace?
Yeah, definitely. I don't mind doing all the social media side of things. I'm lucky I have a good manager that directs me in the right direction with all that kind of stuff. And I'm very lucky. I have an awesome team behind me, an awesome team of sponsors, coach, manager, family. They're all very, very supportive, and they put a lot into me, and I hope to pay them back on Saturday.
For you to have your best day on Saturday, how would you like to see the race play out?
Good question, Bob. Obviously, for me, I need to be up in that front pack swim.
Yeah.
This year, I need to be a lot smarter on the bike. I think it's all about positioning. You need to be up near that front 5 or 6 guys, and I was towards the back of the group last year, and it got really tough going up Harvey, and I made the split, and then. I just wasn't well positioned, and obviously the old injury flared up as well. But
what injury were you doing?
I had a bit of a lower back hip issue that I had a stressy in my hip 5 years ago, and ever since then I just gives me a little bit of grief. But I can manage it with strength, strength and conditioning, and chiropractic and massage. So, I've really worked hard on my S&C this year. I work with Chris Hendy and Aaron Baker out of Rally Sports in Boulder. So, they've been really helpful this year, and I've been on top of it.
The fact that you've been in this sport for a while now, you've had to change, right? You have to more core work, more flexibility.
Yep.
You have to become way more well-rounded than just swim, bike, and run.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I've done a lot better this year is look after myself a lot better.
Yeah.
With diet, with sleep, just really looking after myself a lot better. When I was younger, I just didn't really care about all that stuff.
No, you didn't have to.
You get away with it, I party, I drink beer, and I never did any of that stuff. But this year, getting a little bit older, I've cleaned up my diet a little bit more. Regularly keeping my body in good shape, and really looking after myself and getting plenty of rest and sleep.
You probably don't get a heck of a lot of sleep the next couple nights.
No, it's. I remember last year I was really bad. I slept like 3 hours, which is it's never happened to me before a race. But I'm going to be a lot more relaxed this year, and just basically be happy to be here and just enjoy the week. And that's what I have. I've just enjoyed the week, and just blessed to be here and healthy and fit and ready to go.
Love it. Tim, thanks so much for taking time, man.
Thanks,
Always
Bob.
a pleasure to chat.
Good
Best
to
of
chat.
luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Tim Van Berkel has been our guest. Poncho Man, take us out.
I've got the sun shining on me. don't you go, don't you go, don't you go, just stay where you are. It's breakfast with Bob. It's breakfast with Bob. It's breakfast with Bob.
And Poncho Man.